Everyone, welcome back. My name is Laura and the channel name is Gracie Girl 7, and I wanted to share a story that happened. I knew a young girl, and she was 12 years old at the time, and she unfortunately was diagnosed with leukemia. And, she put up a hard fight trying to fight this cancer, but she was losing the battle. And she had told me that it wouldn't be long and she would, she would be dying. And I said, you can't die. You can't die. You have to keep fighting. She goes, no, I know I'm going to. And she says, I have a cassette tape player here, and she says, with me in my room, and she said, I've made a tape to say goodbye to my grandma and to my little brother. And apparently her parents were both already gone. They were just out of the picture. I don't know that they were dead, but they weren't taking care of her. I know that. And so any rate, I said, so you're going to die? And she goes, yeah. And she goes, in fact, she said, I did die. And I said, you died? And she goes, yes. So I had visited her in the hospital, in her hospital room, and she told me, what they did is they had little electrodes on her, and apparently her heart had stopped. And what I told her, I said, what happened? And she goes, I know I'm going to heaven. And she talked about the Lord. And I said, what did you see? And she said what she saw was an angel coming down to take her up to heaven. And I was just amazed that she told me that. She said the angel was so beautiful, and she said she was reaching up towards the angel, and but yet she could hear the machine, the flatline noise, the beep beep, the long beep in the background. And then she heard a commotion. She could hear people running down the hallway from where she was. And she said, Laura, I wanted to go so bad. I said the angel was getting nearer to me, and I was reaching up towards the angel. She said, but then the nurses came into the room, and they worked on her. They revived her. They revived her. And, of course, she didn't die at that time. And I was amazed to hear that story. And I knew she wasn't making it up. And she said, it's okay. She said, I'm ready to go. And I've made these tapes to my grandmother and my brother to say goodbye, and I'm ready to go. And it was a week later, I found out that she had actually passed away. She had died. And I know that angel came and got her and brought her up into heaven. It could be that little children, young children, are escorted personally by an angel. I know not everyone's near-death experience is the same, but it however a person enters in is pretty special. And I believe Jeannie was escorted by that angel, came back to get her. So she definitely was a believer. I asked her what her beliefs were, and she definitely believed Jesus Christ. She accepted him as her Lord and Savior, and she wasn't bitter. She was really tired of fighting this cancer, this leukemia, and she had really had enough. And I don't know the answer as to why some of us live longer than others, why some little children die so young. I don't know the answer. I just know that as long as we're here on earth, there will be sicknesses and diseases. But I was fortunate enough to hear that recount of her story, her true story of what happened to her, and I thought I would share that with you all to maybe give you, some comfort and give you all some hope, because that really was a beautiful story, and I know that Jeannie, all her pain and suffering had ended that day. So, at any rate, I wanted to share that with y'all. I hope you all are blessed, and have a good day, and I'll talk to you another time. All right, take care. Bye.